Curtis, you just spent a week in Dallas learning about business. Did you learn anything about adversity?
Not this type of adversity.
I mean, Jonathan, what do you have to say about that?
That water's cold.
Hey guys, what's going on? So wanted to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. We had I'm just going to call it an incident. I'm not going to call it a big or small incident. We'll just refer to it as an incident. It was a once in a lifetime incident. So our guys were mowing at a yard, and these guys have been with us for several years. Actually, one's been with us for 4 years, and one's been with us for 3 years. So these aren't new guys. These aren't guys that had just started. And anyway, they're mowing in one of our clients' backyards, and there is a hole in the backyard that's been dug by a dog, I'm going to presume. I'm not real sure. But anyway, the mower went into the hole, and when it went into the hole, it made the mower act weird, and it actually threw the guy off. And typically with these mowers, we've got these things right here. This right here is called a dead man switch, and when the guys are holding onto the mower, this switch goes down, and if you come off and that switch pops up like that, theoretically the mower's going to cut off. Well, yesterday theory proved wrong, or the old saying, if something can happen, it will happen. The mower didn't shut off. It threw the employee off onto the ground, and it kept going and ran right into the swimming pool, as you're going to see in some of these pictures. But luckily nobody was hurt. We call him Shorty. His real name's Jose. He I think his pride might have been a little more hurt, but physically he was just fine. But it brings to light a couple of points I'd like to bring up. We do this professionally, and this is our job, and it happened to us. So it just goes to show you that regardless of how careful you are, we run through a thorough, we call it PM, preventative maintenance, every 2 weeks on all of our equipment, and we change the oil, and we check for all these things like dead man switches and kill switches. And 2 weeks ago it was working out fine. This week it didn't. But you got to stay on top of your maintenance with the equipment. You can't take anything for granted. If you're hiring a company, this is a perfect example of how an innocent, honest mistake could have turned into a really big problem. Somebody could have really been hurt. Luckily for us, there was no damage to the swimming pool. We've actually got a pool company going over there tomorrow or today, and they're going to thoroughly clean the pool, test all the water. They're going to get everything figured out just to make sure. But if you're using a company, do they have insurance? That's going to be a super important question, because had we ripped a liner, or say something else would have gone bad, say it would have cracked the gunite or something like that, that's something that would, that's not just a cheap fix. It's not an easy quick fix, and we would have to file that on our insurance, and we would have to have insurance get involved to be able to right a wrong that we've made on this client. And if your contractor doesn't have it, who's going to pay for it? It's going to be you. It's going to be on your homeowners. But I was super proud of our team. Luckily, this happened. We got the phone call at about 1:30. And by 4:30, we were loading everything up on a truck and trailer, and we were out of his house. We had managed to rent a piece of equipment, jumped in an extremely cold swimming pool, retrieved the lawnmower, got everything loaded up. We had to fix his fence where we had to come into the backyard, and had the equipment back at the rental yard, all within about a 3.5 hour time period. So really proud of our guys. They stepped up. We were able to get in there, get it done, get the situation handled. I think we provided some extremely cheap entertainment for the homeowner. Mr. Jim was extremely kind and grateful, luckily for us. But it also shows that even regardless of how big or small a contractor is, or how experienced you are as a homeowner, stuff happens. And it's not a matter of if stuff's going to happen. It's always, something's always going to go wrong. It's how you handle those situations. And I just can't speak enough to all of our guys, to the crew that was there. Oddly enough, really close friends of ours, Terrabella Landscape, happened to be working at a house right next door. They came over, were super gracious, offered up some help and any assistance we needed. Thanks, Brooks. Thanks, Danny, for letting us have that. Rico, Curtis, Jonathan, just everybody that was involved, they were super, super awesome about everything. Nobody griped or bitched or whined. Everybody just jumped to it, and we did what we had to do. So, but anyway, we're gonna show you some more pictures and some more video following this, and it'll kind of explain things in a little more detail. But anyway, guys, if you got any questions about what happened or how we handled it, feel free to ask. So we're not gonna hide from it. You know, it's just one of those things. Y'all have a great day. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about the importance of equipment maintenance, and then something that's near and dear to my heart, but is adversity in business as well. So you know, anybody, I know y'all don't have the opportunity, y'all just see me in the videos and nobody knows how to take me personally sometimes, but I like to be able to make humor out of, you know, lighthearted situations. Well, this might not be quite such a lighthearted situation, but today we're facing a little bit of business adversity, and it is the result of, we'll find out if it's poor mower maintenance. But anyway, there will be more to follow. Stay tuned. This is going to get good. I'll keep you updated. Sometimes stuff just happens. Leave it to Rico. Just come in here and show me up. No, I hope you're okay with it. We're about to get half naked back here in the yard.
Well, I may not film that part of it. I don't know if y'all are Seinfeld fans, but if you are, remember the episode about shrinkage? Y'all fix the experience.
I don't need much more.
Not commentary, it's just observation.
That's it, just like that. Trace!
Oh my God. And they're in.
Way worse than I thought.
It's exceptionally cold.
You wanted me to hook it up over here on top?
Yeah.
And raise it up?
Yeah. Okay, Rico. Okay.